In 2024, American sniper Sam is casually chatting with observer Aiken on the rooftop, but both of their eyes are fixed on the square below. They are an undefeated killer duo, and this time their target is the unscrupulous arms dealer down below. The two observed a woman in red suddenly get out of a car and flirt with an arms dealer, which piqued Aiken's interest. He guessed that she was likely a dancer sought by the dealer. Sam agreed, but they didn't forget their mission. As Aiken calculated the wind speed and distance, Sam adjusted the sniper rifle, took a deep breath, and prepared to pull the trigger. At this critical moment, the woman turned and saw the reflection of the rooftop scope, and without hesitation, lunged towards the weapon to shield herself from the fatal bullet. This sudden change left Shanmu flustered, not expecting to accidentally harm others. He then noticed that the arms dealer hadn't left, realizing their relationship was closer than expected. Fortunately, Aiken promptly persuaded Sam, who quickly adjusted his breathing and accurately shot the arms dealer in the head. Seeing the task complete, the two quickly packed up to leave. However, due to the delay, the bodyguards from the arms dealer had caught up. Sam and Aiken had to change their route and enter the building from the rooftop. They originally wanted to take the elevator, but a woman with a child came out. Sam didn't want to get involved, so he had Aiken hide around the corner and wait for the two bodyguards to arrive and shoot him. The two took the opportunity to head down the stairs, but just as they were about to rush out the door, a few hidden bodyguards suddenly appeared, catching them off guard. Sam and Aiken had no choice but to raise their hands. Okay, the two clearly won't surrender. Taking advantage of the bodyguard's distraction, Sam delivers a headbutt, knocking him down, then takes on multiple opponents, defeating them effortlessly. Aiken just dealt with the bodyguard, while Sam had already resolved the whole issue. The two didn't dare to stop and continued to escape quickly. When they reached the side of the building, they leaped onto a garbage truck, using a plastic sheet to cover their figures, successfully slipping away. Compared to the carefree Aiken, Sam appears troubled. He is still recalling the assassination attempt, believing the target may not be as evil as the intel suggests. Otherwise, that woman wouldn't have taken the bullet for him. However, Aiken seemed indifferent, emphasizing that if arms dealers weren't bad, they wouldn't be targets. Those who associate with the red become red, and those who associate with the black become black. That woman clearly isn't good. Otherwise, why would she be involved with arms dealers? During their argument, the superior Tamara suddenly called. Aiken directly threw the phone to Sam, asking him to explain to Tamara that she had already heard about the situation. Advise Sam not to overthink. That woman is just collateral damage in action, and guarantee that each of their targets is a wicked demon. This reassurance left Sam speechless. He could only say he needed to rest for a while. He bids farewell to Aiken and returns to the cabin in the forest, focusing on chopping wood to distract himself. But no matter how hard Sam tries, that reckless woman lingers in his heart like a nightmare, every moment. On this day, Sam was cleaning his gun when he suddenly saw a gray wolf emerge from the jungle. He quickly raised his shotgun in caution, but the gray wolf didn't attack and instead turned to leave. This confrontation made Sam realize that he is too kind-hearted to be a killer, leading him to consider quitting. Just then, Tamara called to assign him a new task. So Sam and Aiken took the company's car and headed to Frankfurt, Germany's fifth largest city. Aiken was initially looking forward to this task but learned that Sam had already told Tamara that after this job, the words about leaving the martial world were like a splash of cold water, instantly dousing Aiken's enthusiasm. He remained silent even as he walked into the hotel. The two take the elevator with the manager. Aiken finally speaks up, but it's an insult to Sam, seeing it as a blatant betrayal after years of partnership. Sam didn't explain, allowing Aiken to vent his emotions. As the elevator doors opened, both of their attention was instantly drawn to a luxurious suite in front of them. Sam repeatedly confirmed with the manager that this is definitely their base. Inside the house was a letter from Tamara, stating that since this was Sam's last mission, he should be allowed to enjoy it thoroughly. Despite being very satisfied with everything, Sam felt a chill upon seeing the expensive floor-to-ceiling windows. Years of assassination work had made him accustomed to hiding, so he ordered the manager to close the curtains. Once the manager left, Aiken's suppressed emotions erupted, emphasizing that he was still able to stay in the company because of Sam. Sam is an ace sniper, and I am his spotter. Once Sam leaves, I become worthless. This is also the real reason why Aiken is upset, believing that Sam never thought of him. But Sam is still trapped by that woman's actions. He knows Aiken is his best friend and worries that if they ever find themselves in danger, Aiken would also sacrifice himself like that woman. Sam can't bear that kind of pain, so he can only choose to cut it off at the source. This heartfelt words made Aiken realize that he had wronged his friend. Sam had always cared about him. The misunderstanding was resolved in an instant. Their relationship returned to normal, and Aiken decided to fully enjoy this last night. The surprises don't end there. The doorbell rings, and two young ladies in the elevator introduce themselves as Mona and Lily, gifts from the company. They accurately mention today's contact code, dispelling Sam and Aiken's doubts. Aiken enjoys Lily's message without hesitation, while the introverted Sam is hesitant. Feeling uneasy, Mona, who was tasked with taking care of him, naturally wouldn't let the atmosphere freeze. She mentioned that she was a gypsy, skilled in fortune-telling, and can see everyone's fate. While speaking, she took out a crystal ball from her bag. This action successfully piqued the interest of both men, who asked Mona for a fortune-telling. Mona admitted that the crystal ball is just an attractive prop, but she has some knowledge in palmistry. Hearing this, Aiken directly extended his right hand, and Mona accurately described her carefree personality, which surprised both of them even more. Sam was curious and wanted Mona to see her fortune. However, after looking at her palm, Mona's expression suddenly became serious. After a moment, she forced a fake smile and hypocritically said that Sam was popular with women. But Sam was so clever, he saw at a glance she was lying and pressed her for what she really saw. Monakian couldn't refuse and hesitated to mention that Sam was very loyal, but followed the wrong person. As soon as these words were spoken, the situation froze, but before Sam could catch his breath, the manager charged in angrily. He had to dodge bullets while battling physically with the manager. Suddenly, he noticed a flash of light from a distant building, followed by a bullet whizzing through the air. Everyone was instantly terrified and hurried to find cover. Sam was about to close the curtains when a server suddenly attacked him, but he reacted quickly and wasn't subdued. The two are meditating in the room while deadly sniper bullets occasionally fire in. Sam doesn't dare to engage in a love battle, seizing the opportunity to pull the waiter up, successfully causing him to be shot in the head. Before Sam could catch his breath, the manager charged in angrily. He had to dodge bullets while fighting the manager. For Sam, who has been in dangerous situations for years, the manager's skills just don't measure up. After a few rounds, he gains the upper hand and grabs a glass vase to smash. The manager's family is wiped out, leaving him powerless. However, before falling, he presses the remote to fully open the curtains, and the four become easy targets. Aiken first regains his composure and helps Sam assess the situation. Their phones and weapons are elsewhere, so they must relocate to break the deadlock. After speaking, Aiken gathered his courage and charged forward, narrowly dodging bullets that grazed his backside, thankfully without injury. Compared to the experienced duo, the two dancers are clearly in a worse situation. Lily is terrified, helplessly wailing behind the sofa. Seeing this situation, Aiken quickly thought of a way to dim half the lights with Sam. This would affect the observer's line of sight without making it too dark to use night vision. Aiken then inquired about the phone locations of the two women and learned that Lily's bag was nearby, so he decided to try to approach and get it. Sam also looked at Mona, who was curled up under the coffee table, advising him to run to his side while Aiken was distracted. At the command, Aiken rolled behind the chair, and Mona quickly crawled towards him. Their morale boosted, Aiken unbuckled his belt to try to retrieve the handbag, but the sniper across fired rapidly at the sofa, terrifying Lily, who attempted to escape. Fortunately, Sam saved him and reassured Lily, helping her regain composure. Aiken also successfully got the small package and took out his phone to contact Tamara, explaining the situation. However, Tamara said that this room was not prepared by her and expressed no attachment to the two dancers. However, Aiken has already realized from their reactions that they are not assassins, and he understands that there is a mole in the company, but discussing it now is meaningless. Kamala ordered the two to wait a moment, saying she would send support. This relieved Sam and Atkinson, feeling hope was near, but Mona disagreed, emphasizing he had an 8-year-old daughter and couldn't die here. Then, Hanlu accused Sam of not being a good person at all because Mona has already seen from the handreading that Sam is a hitman for hire. As soon as this was said, Aiken couldn't hold back. First, what qualification does a dancer have to look down on a killer? Mona, however, is unconcerned and states that she earns money to support her daughter, while Sam, they just kill for fun. Sam didn't want to say much about it, so he took Mona's mirror to check the sniper's position using the reflection. Unexpectedly, the manager, who had been unconscious, suddenly rushed over and grabbed Sam's neck. Seeing his friend in danger, Aiken quickly threw a pillow to distract the sniper and rushed towards the gate, forcefully pushing the manager into the bedroom, then repeatedly punched him and threw him out the window. After speaking that day, Aiken hid behind the doorframe and asked Sam about the situation. However, before Sam could respond, a bullet suddenly shot through the door, hitting Aiken in the spine. Seeing his friend fall to the ground, Sam was filled with grief and anger, but he knew the enemy was waiting for him to lose control. He had to suppress his emotions and keep calling for Aiken. That's good. Mona noticed Aiken was still breathing and wouldn't die soon, which allowed Sam to gradually calm down and promise Mona that he would definitely save them. Mona scoffed at Sam's words because her husband was killed by a hitman 7 years ago, just for being mistaken for someone else, which made her extremely dislike Sam. Just when the situation was tense, Tamara suddenly called, saying she had sent someone to the building where the killer was, and would signal once the threat was neutralized. Sam looked in the mirror and saw light shining inside the building, which relieved him. Tamara also took the opportunity to say that Sam can now move around freely without having to hide behind the pillow. Hearing this, Sam cautiously leaned out to look, but immediately realized something was off. How did Tamara know he was hiding behind the pillow? Before he could finish speaking, the sound of bullets cutting through the air rang out again. Fortunately, Sam dodged in time and was not hit. Now he understood that tonight was exactly the deadly trap designed by Tamara. Tamara no longer hides that Sam is a top sniper. He worries Sam might join a competing company after leaving, so the best way is to destroy him if he can't have him. This isn't Tamala's first time doing this. He has repeatedly sent Sam to deal with assassins trying to quit and falsely accuse them of crimes. This harsh truth infuriated Sam, who never expected to have lived in a web of deceit and lies. He intended to call the police, but Tamara intercepted all signals. Sam understands he is completely isolated and decides to sacrifice himself for the monolins to survive. But as Tamara made her promise, Mona immediately heard him lying, and Tamara simply admitted that no one in the room tonight would make it out alive. As if in response to his words, the sniper began firing in succession, causing Lily to panic and crawl out of cover, instantly shot dead by a bullet. Seeing her friend murdered, Mona panicked. Sam urgently warned her to lie down, as Lily's body had become bait for the enemy. But Mona still refuses to give up. In desperation, Sam has to attract attention with his body, allowing Mona to drag Lily back to cover, while he picks up the curtain remote, only to find the curtains are broken and can't close completely. At this moment, Tamara called again, smugly urging Sam to surrender quickly. She had no chance to grab the 5 on the table. This made Sam realize that Tamara had been monitoring the situation inside the house. He reached for the crystal bowl and, after getting Mona's consent, smashed the camera forcefully. In the monitoring room, Tamara became furious and decided to send soldiers to fight Sam to the bitter end. In response, the unaware Sam is also contemplating a strategy. He plans to take action at sunrise, as the sunlight will affect the sniper's line of sight, giving them a glimmer of hope. But Mona expressed doubts. Since Sam could think of this, the enemy could too. Why weren't they prepared? Sam could only explain helplessly that there was still a long time until sunrise. Waiting becomes stiff, making one easier to target. Before the words finish, the elevator suddenly makes a sound. Sam quickly realized the situation was out of control and hurriedly told Mona to find cover. Then, he charged towards the box with weapons, successfully landing behind the bar. In the next moment, the elevator doors quietly opened, and a fully armed Special Forces team filed in. Sam lowers his voice, slowly assembles the sniper rifle, lies on the ground, aims across, and after locking the target, he retaliates with a knife for an eye, accurately shooting the enemy observer. The Kejam squad heard a noise and all aimed their firepower at the ball unexpectedly. After a round of gunfire, Sam threw a Molotov cocktail at the approaching person and then continuously pulled the trigger, shooting down soldier after soldier. But when there is only one person left, the other side takes Mona hostage and forces Sam to surrender. Sam had a strategy. He lowered his weapon and, taking advantage of the man's laxity, made a precise shot. However, the original fireman retaliated, drawing a dagger to make Sam pay, but unfortunately, his skills did not match his boasts. Shrank so much, Sam quickly took the knife back and counted. The two retreated to the sofa again, waiting for the next opportunity. Due to Sam's earlier actions, Mona realized he was a good person and asked why he became a hitman. Sam showed a bitter expression, explaining he originally wanted to serve his country in the military but was tricked into a private military project because of his exceptional marksmanship, leading him down a path of no return. After hearing Sam's story, Mona completely changed her perception of him. She realized she wasn't a trained soldier and her chances of surviving tonight was slim. She took out a photo of her daughter with their home address, hoping Sam would care for her after he left. With Mona's resolute gaze, Sam said no more and vowed before her. However, the second wave of the attack has arrived. 3 soldiers came from the elevator. Sam reacted quickly, picked up a submachine gun, and took down 2 of them. He fought desperately with the last one in the elevator. Despite Sam's skills, his opponent was strong. Thick-skinned, ordinary attacks can't defend at all, leaving him at a disadvantage for a while. In a stalemate, Sam had an inspiration and seized the chance to escape the elevator. The strong man wanted to chase, but so Sam with the grenade in his middle finger. Before Sam could catch his breath, another soldier stood up, but was shot down the next moment. Sam turned to see Mona standing behind him with a sniper rifle, and then bullets whistled past, instantly piercing his body. This scene drove Sam insane. Disregarding everything to engage in a shootout, the 2 snipers aimed at each other and pulled the trigger almost simultaneously. One bullet hit the opposing sniper in the head, while Sam narrowly dodged the other. But Monar's life has come to an end. He used his lost strength to tell Sam to take good care of his daughter, and then he stopped breathing. Just then, Akin beside him. When he woke up, Sam was overjoyed and quickly helped his friend, only to find that his spine was broken and he could no longer walk. Sam knows the crisis isn't over, and forcibly drags Akin into the bedroom. Sure enough, Tamara called again, stating that Sam and the others have become the highest priority targets, and the company will spend no effort to deal with them. Before the words finished, a drone slowly ascended, and bullets poured down like a torrential rain as the gun barrel rotated. Sam fled across to the other side, dodged a missile, shot the drone's camera, and then blew up the gas canister on the balcony, successfully eliminating this terrifying enemy. However, more soldiers were rushing to the rooftop. Sam returned to the bedroom and found that Akin had died from blood loss. In his grief, he realized his friend's intention in making a parachute from bedsheets. Without hesitation, he embraced the sheets and jumped down, unfolding the parachute mid-air to slow his descent. Before Sam could celebrate, the sheets suddenly tore with a snap. Fortunately, there's a sturdy garbage trap below to catch the fallen Sam safely and securely. Not long after, Tamara received a call from Sam, but he wasn't panicking. Instead, he proudly stated that he was about to leave and told Sam to prepare for the company's retaliation. However, Tamara did not know that a little girl secretly placed a warning sign in front of the bathroom door. As soon as she walked in, Sam from the cleaning crew followed closely. Then, there were muffled gunshots. The bodyguards outside rushed in, but all they heard were 2 gunshots. Sam walked out of the bathroom nonchalantly, quickly leaving with the little girl, who was Mona's daughter. They were about to start a new life, and everything had finally settled down. Shielding